Alright, Guardians, this is our weekly, sort of, solo player's guide to the Nightfall. Normally on this channel how it works is we do a Nightfall guide with all three subclasses, with one it being a new expansion. I haven't even touched my Titan yet, so really my Hunter is the only one that's up to par for now. But hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, because we will eventually get back to that every week. All three classes are this one we're doing Savathun's song. I haven't tried either of those. I might give those a shot in a little bit, but this is definitely for sure your one Nightfall guide. We're rocking Solar Singe and Heavyweight on our challenge card, so keep that in mind. And since we're on our Hunter and Solar, of course we're going the way of 1,000 cuts. Incredible. This is my new favorite super in the entire game that I've played with. It's incredible. It does the super does a stupid amount of damage. I love it. Please don't nerf it, Bungie. Please don't nerf it. But we're rocking Ace of Spades, partially because it's my top one and partially because it's awesome. We're also rocking the Ikelos shotgun, again, one because it's my highest, and two, it's awesome. But I would recommend maybe if you have a bow or a good scout rifle on you, since you cannot switch items around anymore during the Nightfall, which I think is kind of lame. I would suggest some kind of weapon for that, just for the long range stuff. And then I'm using Sleepless. It's a really good rocket launcher. Mine's got the boss mod on it, so increased damage against bosses and vehicles. I know it's arc, but it's the highest one I got by a long shot, as you can see. And we're rocking all those. That's just because that's my highest. But other than that, let's go ahead and rock this guy. Alright, so main thing in this Nightfall is just to play it safe. Do keep in mind Nightfalls are now 540 recommended power. 548, 547, something like that in this guide. So keep that in mind as well. But what you want to do is just kill all these shanks and stuff really quick, and then just come running through here. I did notice that the heavyweight modifier wasn't dropping anywhere near as much heavy as it used to, or at least it seemed like it to me, which kind of sucked, because there was a couple spots where I could have used like a couple more rockets. Would have had to get a little less creative, but whatever. But anyways, just take these guys out. Just play it safe if you're a little under leveled. That way, because as you'll see here in just a second, these enemies, even me being 10 above, or close to 10 above, they're hitting me really hard. So just play it safe. I would honestly go to an edge of this area, like where you'll see me go here in just a minute. I would go there, or towards the entrance. There's a good safety area there. And be very careful of the invisible dudes, because they are shooting solar if you're rocking solar. And be very careful if you're rocking arc singe, because as you can see, a lot of stuff is hitting me with arc right now too. Just be very careful. But you want to get rid of these guys until the two, like, I don't know what they're called, the giant shank things spawn in. And once they do, keep your distance, because those will melt you quick without any kind of burn on them. But I just shoot my rockets at them, and they go down with 2 rockets, so that was pretty nice. But anyways, once those guys are dead, go ahead and go back to the door. Once you open that door, you are going to want to take another few steps back, especially if you're rocking the Solar Singe, because there's going to be a total of 5 elite acolytes, and they all have those solar shotguns. So just be very careful with that. Rocket usually takes them out really quick if you're rocking a heavyweight. And then once they're dead, in the very last room, there's going to be a mini boss ogre and 2 elite wizards. What I was doing, I was just literally just keeping my distance as much as I could, and I was kind of staying off to the side. That way I could just kind of poke in, shoot my rockets at the ogres, or at the ogre, and then once they were dead, I would get my shotgun out and pummel the wizards. So go ahead and do that, and I'll let this play out, and we'll get into the next section. Once you're here, there's going to be a total of 4 more elite acolytes. I just use my shotgun to take them out really quick, or at least the first 2, and then the ones on the bottom, I just take them out with my primary. They don't drop any power ammo. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, for whatever reason, I wasn't seeing a whole lot of power ammo drop. Which, I don't know if that's a change or what, but it was a little disheartening to see. But anyways, once you come through here, there's going to be a good handful of acolytes. They're all normal red bar health, and then 1 elite wizard. Try your best to not do any damage to the wizard. I know, especially with something like Firefly with Ace of Spades or Dragonfly, it's kind of hard to do. But if you can leave her for very last, do it. That way, she's not shooting at you, and you're not just getting like swarmed by these ads. But once all the acolytes are dead, go ahead and kill the wizard. And then once she's dead, which I panic supered there, saw my health getting a little too low. Once she's dead, that shrieker will open up. I used to have my rockets out because I'm forgetting to grab the orb. Be very careful when you do, because that shrieker, just like the giant shanks, will melt you super quick. Like if you want to see your health drop astoundingly fast, just stand in the middle. But then once you grab the orb, as you can see, there's going to be an elite knight and 2 normal health acolytes. Go ahead and take them out, especially if you're underleveled. It might take a little bit longer, but you definitely want to take them out. And then we're just going to move in as close to behind cover as possible to take out the or to slam the orb into the the Shrieker's little ball thing. Now what you want to do there is just hide behind cover, and it will stop shooting after a few seconds. So if you just want to stand behind cover and just wait, and then move up into the next cover zone, and then wait some more, you can do that. Or if you think you have just enough time to start that slamming animation, as long as you finish it, you will get a checkpoint into the next section. So let's go ahead and check that out, and we'll move on in. Alright, once you scan the obelisk thing and this door opens up, there's going to be 4 or 5 normal health acolytes and then 1 elite knight. If you're using the Ikelos shotgun or a shotgun of some kind, just go ahead and take him out. It'll take him out pretty quick. Otherwise, you know, that way you can at least save your power ammo for the ogre in the next room. But once he's dead, go ahead and kill all the crystals. And if you're rocking a rocket, it's going to be a little advantageous for you, just because you can just kind of hide out in this room. And as long as the ogre doesn't move, which if you're far enough back, he shouldn't. As you can see, he's just going to stand here, and I just kind of reload and I wait to make sure he's not moving. If he doesn't move, shoot your next rocket, and just keep doing that until he's dead. If he does happen to move, just move up closer into the room, and he should kind of walk on over. Or you can hide behind the stairs to our left on the bottom of this little bridge, and you can get that going. Otherwise, as you can see, I just used my super to clear out a bunch of the ads. There was 1 knight there. There's going to be another knight, and then an elite knight that you can see me aiming at right now. A shotgun would do just fine, or you know, a energy weapon of some kind will melt those shields down a little quicker. But I don't want to wait that long, so I just went ahead and rocketed them out. But once everything around here is dead, you're going to get another spawn with another mini boss ogre, 2 elite wizards, 2 normal health knights, and another handful of acolytes. Once you damage the ogre enough, the 2 knights and the 2 wizards will spawn in. The knights will come charging at you, so if you're rocking a shotgun, that'll take care of them pretty quickly. Otherwise, like here you see the knights. The wizards, on the other hand, can be a little tricky if you don't have any power ammo, like I don't at the moment. Missed like 4 shots there, no big deal. But yeah, the ogre will actually move to the opposite side of this wall that's to our left. You'll kind of hide there. But as long as you can get one of these wizards down, and you're using a shotgun especially, if you're using the sniper, you can just snipe them out. But I'll show you a really cool trick I learned doing it like this. I was hoping that was a prime engram, is the only reason why I went after that. But go ahead and try and clear out some more ads if you can. If you're using a shotgun, just come running over here. Get as close to the wall as possible. Hopefully the ogre tries to slam you, and then you can literally just take him out just like this. Bam, he's dead. And now you only have to worry about a couple acolytes and a wizard. None of which dropped power ammo. I don't think I got any power ammo drops in this entire section. But once you kill everything in here, you know, kind of keep your distance if you can. If you're using a long-range weapon like a bow or a scout rifle or a sniper rifle, Or, you know, sleeper stimulant. That's also still really a great option, especially for range, especially for this strike actually. But after that, we'll just move on into the next section. Alright, and in here there is going to be I think it's five elite acolytes. And so as you can see, they're shooting these solar, so if you're using solar singe, just kind of keep your distance a little bit. And just kind of take them out as you can. I do get one or two heavy drops, power ammo drops, which was nice. It was a nice change of pace. Which will also really help this next section if you do have at least a couple like rockets or something. But go ahead and shoot the crystals, and then in the next room there's going to be a total of four. I think it's 4 knights, one of which is elite, 2 of those wizards with the void shields, and a bunch of acolytes. So what I do, is since I have my super, I decide I'm just going to try and take out as many of these knights at the same time as possible. Which I think I took out one or two. And then I realized I should have just used my rocket. So, but it's really whatever you want to do. If you have a super, you can use it. If you prefer using your weapons, go ahead and do that. Just be very careful. They do pack a punch. And just kind of keep your distance. For right here, I do prefer rockets. That way I can just kind of take out the wizards pretty quickly. And of course my aim is also pretty not great. But once you kill both wizards, you will awaken the Shriekers, but they're downstairs, so you don't have to worry about that. Once you move up close enough to about here, you'll get a spawn in of like a small handful of thralls, one of which is elite. Just kind of take them out as they're running at you. And then once you grab the orb, you will get another spawn of cursed thralls and thralls, along with, I think it's 3 acolytes and 1 elite knight. Go ahead and take them out. Kind of keep your distance if you can, because like I said before, that elite knight will hurt you. I take mine out with a shotgun because he likes to dodge rockets, which I forget every single time I do this strike. And I'm using rockets at this part. It's just kind of annoying. But once they're dead, the next room is going to have like another handful of acolytes. None are elite, but there will be another elite knight. So just keep that in mind. What I like to do is just kind of peek my head into this room and then just kill as many acolytes as I can. There's also going to be a little explosive canister that will help you take out these ads. So do that if at all possible. And then once everything else is dead, I just bring the orb along with me. And then we just shotgun the knight down. Just be very careful not to get caught in those hive traps. Those can be a little bit annoying, and if you do get caught in them, that knight will hit you pretty hard. But once that one's dead, there are going to be a total of 3 ogres. None of them are mini bosses; they're just regular red bar health, but they still do pack a punch. So try and keep your distance if at all possible. Again, sniper rifle, scout rifle, bow would work wonders here. Otherwise, honestly, I would try and save your super just for the boss fight, but it's not necessary. You'll get your super eventually for that. But just kind of take him down, and then once you take all of these guys down, they'll kind of start moving back into the back room with the shriekers. In that room, you want to make sure every single enemy is dead. I know they like to hide behind the cover, so you're going to have to kind of jump back and forth between each side of the doorway just to make sure they're all dead. That includes the ogres and the acolytes, because those shriekers will hurt you real bad. Like, there's no way around, I haven't seen, that I've personally been able to get without dying. But like I said in the last shrieker, as long as you get that that animation finished, you will get the checkpoint, which is pretty great. Otherwise, I'm gonna let this bit play out, and we'll move on into the boss section. Just before that section, there will be two more elite wizards. I just shotgun them down, and then the floorway opens up, and then there's going to be a wanted enemy. Honestly, just let that wizard just escape, because I put like 2 or 3 full clips with my shotgun into her, and she still got only down to about 1/3 of health. So just kind of kill the cursed thralls, and she'll kind of just slowly make her way into the boss room. Once she's far enough in the boss room, she will just kind of escape, and you won't have to worry about her. Alright, now that we're at the boss fight, go ahead and shoot the crystal to get it started. And then I'm trying to switch over to my swarm grenade, which arguably does better for boss damage on this particular boss, but Trip Mine was actually doing pretty decent damage. 32,000. Not horrible, I guess. Then I shoot my rocket to get the thrall to spawn in. There are going to be like 3 little groups of 2 thralls, so think a total of 6 or 8 thralls. That's either 3 or 4 of them. But go ahead and kill all of them. And then once you do that, I just pop my super on her just to get her teleported. And then we just keep on going. Once she does teleport, you will get some acolytes spawning in. And if you've done enough damage to close her up, you will get a bunch of acolytes, one of which is an elite, and then 2 knights. It's pretty important to leave one of those knights alive until you kill every single other acolyte in there. So you can kill one, but leave one open, or leave one alive. And then once everything is dead, go ahead and kill the second knight, and then right where we were just shooting at, there's a little like fallen over bookshelf. Run to that and kneel right against it. The boss is going to open up and shoot one round of her blasts. And then once she does that, that speaker in the middle of those stairs, just in front of her, we're going to hide behind that for the next little section. And then, because she's going to teleport into the middle. Once she teleports into the middle, you'll just have to do some damage to her until she teleports into the far back, opposite end of where we're standing. And then you just have to keep doing damage until she closes back up. And once she closes back up, there's going to be a big wave of acolytes as well as 3 ogres. 2 of those ogres will spawn in immediately, and then the third one will spawn in just as soon as you kill the first ogre. Once you kill the second ogre, the final ogre will move into the middle. So just be careful with that. Keep your distance if you can. I snuck up because I don't have any long distance weapons to take her out. But as you can see, there are going to be more waves of thralls. Just take them out. You can kind of take your time with them. As you can see, the boss won't hit us. And then if you have your super, I would just go ahead and use that as well. But if not, don't worry about it. That might actually work out for you. You do definitely want your super just after the ogre wave, because she will spawn into the middle and she will shoot these orbs that I think there's a total of 5 or 6, and they will hurt you quite a bit. So just be very, very careful. If you're using an auto rifle, that's kind of preferable, which is why I kind of hate you can't switch over your equipment after the strike starts. But if not, that's alright. If you save your super for that, especially if you're rocking the new Way of 1,000 Cuts or whatever it's called. That way you can do a bunch of damage. She'll close up. You won't really have to worry about those orbs, and you'll just have to kind of hide behind the entrance. You'll see it when the video catches up. Once that does happen, and she closes up and she moves to that what's now on our right, that far back stage, there will be an elite wizard. Hopefully you have a couple rockets to take her down. I got pretty lucky with some ammo drops there. And then once she's dead, go ahead and grab the orb, come running all the way back to where we were hiding before. There's going to be 2 red bar health wizards. 1 rocket takes them out. So shoot one, move up to the stage, kind of peek over, shoot the other one. You want to bring the orb with you, so don't let that despawn. Otherwise, it's going to be a little tricky. And then once you're ready to slam the orb, go ahead and wait. There's going to be like a little speaker that you can hide behind and wait for the boss to stop shooting. You want to listen out for the 7th click. She makes a click every time she does a wave of her blast. After the 7th one, she gives a slight pause, and that will give you time to jump onto the little rotating like platforms and then onto the thing to slam it. Once you slam that, if you have your super again, which would be awesome if you did, go ahead and shoot that. Otherwise, just start shooting rockets at her until she's dead. But once the boss is dead, that's the end of the video. So hopefully this guide helped you out. If it did, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. We will do at least one of these every single week now that we have one character, Nightfall, ready. And yeah, otherwise, stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and have an amazing rest of the week.
Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.